Home to school transition. Transition is a process of moving from one stage, setting, or environment to another. In early childhood, transition refers to the shift that children make from home to nursery school, which requires emotional, social, and physical adjustments. Guidelines for parents preparing children for nursery school. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll share a few with you. Let's start with health and physical well-being. Ensure that child has completed medical checkups and required immunization. Now this is important because we want to make sure that all our children are safe, healthy, and strong. Establish routines for sleep, hygiene, and meals. Teach simple self-skill like using the toilet, washing hands, and even feeding themselves. These help tremendously in the classroom. As you know that we have children, a lot of children coming now that can barely feed themselves properly, barely know to use the washroom. So these are just some guidelines of things that we want to ensure that our children know before transitioning to that nursery school environment. Social and emotional. Allow the children to play with other children to build social skills. Now this is important. It is important that our children know that when they're coming to the school environment, it's not just only about them. Rather, it's a group of children. They're going to meet other children. They're going to have to socialize with other children. So that part is really, really important. Practice short periods of separation from caregivers to develop independence. Now that is important. We have a lot of children coming now into the school environment, and at the first day they are crying, a lot of children being sad because they're not accustomed to being away from their parents or their caretaker, which makes it really hard for them the first day to adjust to a new environment. Another thing is talk positively about school to reduce fear and build excitement. Now I think that's really, really important because we have children who are coming to school thinking that school is a prison, or it's not going to be fun, and it's just a place that I have to go because my mommy and daddy has to work. You encourage them, let them know that it's a fun place to be. It's a place that will help them learn to grow as their own person. Encourage school talk, encourage them to want to come to school, I would say. Language and general knowledge. Read stories daily and talk to build vocabulary. Now this is important. On the first day of school or the week, when you're trying to assess the children, most of them are not talking. They don't know to express themselves. They don't know what word they want to use or the words they want to use to express themselves. So reading stories daily and talk to build vocabulary, that's gonna help them on their first week to express themselves. If any questions is asked, they'll know how to answer with confidence. Another thing is teach children to say their names and age and respond to simple questions. Now this is very important. We have a lot of children now who's coming to school, and you ask them like, hi, what is your name? Or maybe because remember we are now meeting them, and sometimes you don't remember everybody's name right away, and I would call on a child and I would say, hi, can you remind me what your name is? Or can you tell me your name? And the children are left with their mouth open. They don't know to answer the question, how to go about answering. Some of them don't know the names. When you ask them, some of them their names, they're going to be like, my name is baby. Let's start teaching our children at a very early age their name, their age. These are important for young children to learn very early. Another thing is improve learning outcomes. Children and more focused, calmer, and opener. So to improve learning outcome, children are more focused, calmer, and open. That's another powerful point there. Now I'll go ahead and I'll discuss 3 challenges children may face in their transition to nursery from home. Now it's not always a smooth transition for our children. Sometimes they find it very difficult, and I'll go ahead and I'll share with you some of those challenges. One of them are separate. One of them is separation anxiety, fear of being away from parents or caregivers. Now this is very important. You don't want your child to only and solely depend on you, especially if you know they're going to go into the world. You want to teach them early, like, yes, mommy and daddy loves you, but there are other people out there that you will come in contact with, and you have to socialize in some way. Allow them to, let's say, allow them to bond with other people very early. Don't always have them in close to you. Take them out to the park, allow them to play, to socialize. These are very important because we have separation anxiety as one of the challenges. Another one is difficulty adjusting to routines. Like highlighted earlier, we need to get our children into routines. A lot of them struggle with structure schedule. When we have our time at school, there's a schedule we're working with. And some children, they find it really, really, really hard to follow a schedule. Like we have, let's say we'll have memory time, phonics time, snack time, playtime. The children are finding it hard to go to the next activity or to partake, or they're finding it hard. Some of them still want to sleep. You want to break out that sleeping habit very early because they're coming to school and thinking that, I can just sleep. No. Before they go into the nursery school, we want to have a routine already set up with them, so that they can understand that everything comes as a schedule, or there's a time for everything. Another thing is improve learning outcome. Children are more calmer and focused and open to new experiences. Yeah, and that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
In conclusion, our poster highlights the meaning of transition by preparing the children early and offering emotional, physical, and language support. We help them enter nursery feeling safe, confident, and ready to learn. Thank you. This brings us to the end of our poster presentation. Thank you for watching.